Okay. Turn this up a little. Okay, we're here. We're live. We now have fiber optic internet, and we'll see if, yeah, we'll see. Oh, it's those. What's so bright in here? Oh, it's those over there. I'll turn those off. Hang on. There, that'll be better. Yeah, we now have fiber optic internet, and the cable guru dude, after much ado, said that he could get almost 3 bars right here by this door. Here, I'll show you. He said it was right here by this door that there was 3 bars, and that would be good enough for any kind of live feed known to mankind. We will see. If it's choppy, I'm going to review this. This is kind of a test. Anyway, a subscriber, a subscriber talked to me about the switchover method, and is that bright too? What is going on? Is it that one? Oh, it's that one. Just a minute. I'm not quite set up here yet. That's way too bright in my face. There, let's try that. Okay, what's that one doing? Oh, it's this one. Yeah, these are really bright. Okay. Dusty up there. Okay, yeah, so subscriber reached out and did not know what the switchover method is. It's not recommended. You know, it's not recommended. You should you should take the whole wheel apart, and you should inspect the hub very carefully for cracks and wear, and you should look at the rim very carefully, and you should look at each spoke, maybe even replace them, and you should thread the hub correctly, in a pattern that is good, and you should just not do it this way. Okay, so I do things, I make mistakes so you don't have to. So here's the crossover method. And the reason is, yeah, if you watch the other video, I was crunching on here. I was crunching. Okay, yeah, let's see. I was crunching on this rim with a pair of ice grips, and I forgot to have wood on the back side, and I stopped in time. But there was some marks here that is going to affect. It's going to affect the overall ride of the rim. Here it is, right here. It's a little chewy. I crunched it with a pair of ice grips, and I didn't have wood behind there on those first couple crunches. That was a mistake. I'd actually just run that. That would be okay on the brake. But what happened is in here, it actually broke the weld a little bit. There was this huge freeze damage bump, and I was successful. A tire would probably go on here, no problem now, but it did break the weld, and now it has this break spot that is mangled from the vice grips. So, I don't know. I should have been more patient, and I should have been more patient, and I should have used the wood, and I should have maybe hoped for a better outcome than just start mangling with a pair of ice grips. And I couldn't find my welding grips that have the little flat blade on them. I couldn't find those. So those things all added up, and you know what? I blew it. It happens. But the rim did have freeze damage, so there was no great loss there. So what we're going to do, I got this decent S-5 here. There's one of these that's marked good. Is it this one? No, this is no, that is not the good one. This is probably worse than the other one. I don't know what this is doing down here. Let's put this back over here. And this one, it's been on my rack for a while, and I marked it 1968 S-5, very good. So we're going to hope that this is very good. Oh, I forgot to bring the tape out here. We're gonna have to use packing tape or something. Darn it. Yeah, we'll use this packing tape. Use blue tape. Don't use packing tape. Okay, so let's. We're gonna tape this rim to the other one, put it back in the truing stand, and switch over the spokes to the other side. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna take a while, but this is actually for. You voted on it. This is actually for this bike right here. We are working on it. We're working on the front rim. So does that count? I think that counts. Anyway, so yeah, let's go back over here. And there's somebody. Cool. Oh, good. It's good, Jeffrey. Yes, yes. The cable dude said it was good. He was standing here and he was walking around with his little meter thing, and he goes, "Oh yeah, you can do anything you want here." I'm like, really? It's going to be good? He goes, "Yeah, it's going to be good." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So we're doing a live feed, and we're going to tape this rim to that rim, put it back in the stand, and switch it over. And I don't know how I'm going to. I think I'm going to get you guys I don't know. I'll figure it out. Let's take this rim out. First of all, let's make sure this one is impeccably shiny, because now is the time. This is a bare hoop, and we can aluminum foil the living bejesus out of this. So let's move my coffee away from the toxic stuff. And then we'll get some foil out and we'll start scrubbing on this baby. We're going to try foil first. They say wet it a little bit. Yeah, we'll just spit on it or something. Oh, I got water here. We have standards. We're not cavemen around here. We have standards. We'll put some water on it, okay? Maybe I should drink some water too. All right, we'll pour a little water on this foil. Oh yeah, just wet it up a little bit. That's good. And I'm hoping the guy that wanted to see the crossover method, well, he'll probably see it, because, live feeds, they just stay on. So we got the foil, and you can go to the live feed section. Okay, let's get you here. You can go to the live feed section and look at a live feed at any time. I mean, they're always there. They're not live, but they stay there. And there's some pretty funny ones there. Some of the comments are actually pretty funny. I like talking to the people. Okay, so now is the time. We've got the rim off, and we're going right over where the spokes would be. I'm going to make sure that valve hole is super shiny. Now, what's happening is this metal oxide, this aluminum oxide from us pouring water, not spit, is building up. And we're going to pour a little more water on there, and it's building up this gray stuff. And that's actually helping cleaning the chrome. And if you don't have to use steel wool, you can use foil. It's a pretty good system, It's a pretty good deal. All right, we'll pour a little water on here. Okay, I don't know how that's going to work. It's kind of on the bench now. Okay. Yeah, without the spokes in here, you can really get in there, Get in there real deep like boy. Yeah, that's probably good enough. I mean, look at that oxide that built up already. The black stuff in the foil. And look how it crunched around the side of the rim and formed a perfect little pad. That right there is actually the actual contour of an S-5 rim right through there. So you're getting it good. All right, let's wipe this off. Let's get busy here. Oh, I know why I had that other rim out. I was going to show you just how good it works. I'll show you in a second. Okay, I mean, now's the time. You've got everything off. You know what? We'll steel wool that too. Might as well scratch up the rim really good with quadruple aught. 4-0 steel wool, never anything coarser than that. So we're going to just kind of take the aluminum oxide off the rim now because we got the foil in the water and we made oxide happen. And now we're just going to brush it up a little with the quadruple aught. And man, it's getting shiny. You know, without all those spokes in the way, you can really go to town, you know. Yeah, get in there real deep like. Okay. So yeah, I mean, you know, that's pretty shiny. You know, that's nice. This is a good rim. I've been saving this one. The weld mark is pretty good. Schwinn ground it decently here. You can see the grind mark there. I'm trying to get the camera in there, but okay, so this is ready to tape on. And let's get the water off our bench here. All right, let's take this off. Now, previously, I basically made this rim very happy by machining my own locks, even though the Schwinn ones I bought were okay. But I machined these locks to go on here, and I machined the cone. There was some galling in the cones. I put them on my mini lathe and just kind of took away that. You know, it's probably not the greatest thing to do, you know, because you're heating up the cone. I think we're going to be okay though. Yeah. And it spins really nice now. I mean, it's ready to go. And then I found that freeze damage. If you look at the other video, you'll see it. I was like spinning the wheel and I saw this big bump and then I tried to fix it. And, you know, sometimes you mess up. But the hub itself, I mean, the rim is almost usable. I mean, it does have a hump on it and I would feel that break. Yeah, I'm not going to go for it. Not with all this work on the other part of the bike. All right, so let's tape this up. Now, when you tape these, I always try to find the rim hole, but you don't have to. It's just basically where the drilling is. You don't have to line the rim hole up, but for some reason I always do, just because. And you find the rim hole, and you'll notice some are drilled this way and some spokes go that way. So you have to find, okay, this is correct. This spoke is drilled a little bit this way, and that spoke's drilled a little bit that way. And it's going to that side of the hub. This one's going to this side of the hub. This is correct. So I'm going to tape this right now. I'm going to tape it right over the hole. And I should have blue tape, but I forgot it. And I'm not going to run in the house for it right now. Whoa. Not going to happen. And you don't have to go hog wild. 3 or 4 spots is fine. You don't have to, this is not rocket science, you know. But try not to tape over the spoke holes. Go in between. You'll know why in a minute. Yeah. Be counterproductive. Try to go in between where the 2 spokes are, because you're going to be moving those over. Okay, maybe 2 more. We don't want this thing falling apart on us. It's a little dicey until you get 1 on or 2. And blue tape is definitely the way to go, especially since you just cleaned the rim. But we're not going in to get the blue tape. We're here now. And that's the way it goes. Get over here, son. Okay. All right, we are officially done with the tape. All right, so we're going to chuck it back in here. We're going to gently bolt it back in the stand if it fits. I think it will. You don't have to have a stand for this. You can just sit on your lap, put it on your legs, and sit on a chair, or you can leave it on the bench and just hold it. But I find it a little easier when it's in the stand to do all that crazy stuff. Okay, and you'll have to move it a little bit. All right, let's tighten this up. Yeah, I know this looks really goofy, folks. And this is not the recommended way. You're supposed to tear everything down and inspect everything. You're supposed to do it right, okay? This is just a quick, I need to get this bike running kind of thing. And we're gonna go on a bike ride tomorrow, and man, it'd be great if I actually had this bike ready. It doesn't look like I'm gonna have it ready, but no biggie. I can definitely figure out another bike to ride. It'll be a Schwinn. Okay, let's see what's going on. Oh, yeah, it's actually better res than usual upload. I am doing errands, getting spark plugs for my daughter's Ford Fusion and a few bolts for bike projects. You know how Saturdays go. Yeah, I had to take down a scaffold that we had covering the AC unit, the heat pump, because of the ice storms that were here last 2 weeks ago. And I just didn't have time to take the scaffold away from the AC unit, heat pump unit. But it did protect it. The ice storm did not have an effect on it at all because there was a scaffold around it with a roof 8 feet above it. So we were doing pretty good on that, but it was just like, okay, warm weather's here. Like this is ridiculous looking. It was kind of bugging me having a scaffold sitting in the backyard covering anyway, it was pretty stupid looking. Anyway, yeah, I had to do that. I know how it is. My truck needs an oil change and I'm not doing it today. I should be doing it. Okay, so let's start crossing over. I'm glad that this is working. I was kind of a little worried about the resolution, and I remember doing one out here about 1.5 years ago, and it was really choppy, and people were like, "Oh, I lost you for a minute," but I'm going to review this later, and it's looking like it's pretty good. All right, so let's see more chalkboard action here. Okay, tell me if this gets choppy because I just moved it away from that door. And let's see here. I can go over there. All right. Okay, so you guys can see what's going on. All right, let's start. And you don't have to start at the valve hole, but I always start at the valve stem hole. It's just, I don't know, it's the way it is. Now, if we run into C's spokes, we can either heat them up a little bit, or we can just snip them out and replace them as you go. Now, this method is okay for that. And I have done it where almost every spoke you had to snip out of a really old rim that you're crossing over because you really want the hub. And I snipped every spoke and replaced every spoke as I went. And halfway through, I was like, why didn't I just take the bare hub and put spokes in it and string it up to the rim? So this way does save time if the spokes are all good and you can get them out. So, and it's still questionable. Anyway, yeah, don't do what I do. Okay, here we go. That's the 15. And you know what? Sometimes I just tape all these off so only the 15 is there. I think I'll do that right now because it's such a pain when you're doing it and you're trying to get, and yes, packing tape is not what to use. You're trying to get the right size and you keep looking for it. At one point, I was actually going to weld these shut. I'm so tired of this thing. Okay, it's that one. So what we'll do is we'll just make it almost impossible to use the other holes right now. Except, yeah, that has to be open. Genius. Okay, yeah, it's almost impossible to use the other holes on this now. So the only hole open is the 15. All right, so here we go. Where's that hole? Okay, so that one's going to that side, and this rim is drilled a little bit that way. And this is very annoying. Okay, good. And hopefully I won't have to break a bunch of spokes out. You hear that sound? That's a good sound. That means that, yeah, squeaking and popping. That's a good sound. That means you're going to get this spoke out without it breaking. If you're not hearing that sound on an old rim, just keep twisting it. Eventually, something will happen. It won't be good. Just keep going. Okay, and these are pretty dry, so I think I might be putting a dab of oil or grease on the threads I know that takes more time, but that sound is great, but that means they're dry. So on this first one, I'll just put it in to kind of hold it. Yeah, let's go get the oil. Don't be a doof. Yeah, where's the oil? Well, oil. Oh, there it is. There's a little in here. All right, we got a little light oil. Let's put some oil in this. This one's really dry. There we go. I might not do that for every one, but this first one, just to show you guys how to do something the incorrect way. Okay, leave it loose. Don't start cranking on it, because these other ones that are on this side are going to need that hub to be loose. So we're going to go one side. We're not going to go each one. We're going to go one side only. So right now we're going to skip one hole and go to the next hole that's on that side. Okay, that's important. If you just try to go one to one, it's going to get real tight real fast. You're going to lose a lot of up and down. This rim is going to have to be true extensively after this. This is going to be way out of true. It's going to be up and down hop, sideways hop. When we spin this for the first time with this other rim off, it's going to look absolutely terrible. So just be aware that that's going to happen. Okay, so I tightened it a little bit. There's the sound you want. Just think we only have to do this 35 more times. Maybe I should have just strung the rim. And we're taking a lot of tension out of this one spot of the rim. So stuff is happening worldwide on this rim. So that's also a reason why you leave it loose when you show over. Okay. All right, so we're one here on that side. We're going to put a drop of oil on the threads, maybe. Yep. A little drop on there. Don't need gobs. Okay, so we're skip one, we're here. Oh, also it's important when you're doing this, if you're not using an actual Schwinn rim on Schwinn rim, say you're going from a different style rim that kind of has the same spoke length, give the rim and hub a count first. Leave this loose now. Leave that loose. Give the rim and hub a spoke count. Don't tape a rim onto another rim and start to do this if it's the wrong spoke count. Don't tell me how I know, okay? Don't ask me. Oh, this rim looks great. Okay, we're going to skip one. Skip this because that's later. We're going to go to this one, which is the next one that goes over there, and it's right here. And we're listening for that sound. We're tightening it. We're bringing it back. I don't know about this one. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's going. I know this is kind of a boring live feed, and I might get tired of this for a minute, but it's basically to show one of our viewers the switchover method and to check this new connection. So we'll see. Oh, there's 10 people watching. All right. All right. So pull that out, put a little oil on that, on those threads. Make sure you're on the right hole. Skip one hole from there. Skip a hole. Go to that hole, which is going to that side. Bob's your uncle. In you go. Don't tighten it. Just leave it finger tight because you got a lot to go, and you got this whole other side to. You'll have to kind of finagle the rim and make sure they're loose. You'll never get there. Okay, so next spoke is here. See, this is where the tape comes in. You know, the rim is taped to the other one. Good. Okay, we're going to tighten this a little. Good sound. Okay, that's a good sound. That's a really good sound. Like I said earlier, if you don't hear that sound, just keep twisting the spoke. Something's going to happen. It's not going to be good. Actually, if it's frozen, you should get a little butane torch and try to heat it up a little bit. But that is weakening the spoke. So at that point, do you just snip it out? It's your call. If you use a torch on these spoke heads, you are weakening them. Any kind of heat or bending. So there's a reason why this is okay is because we're not bending the spokes. So we're skipping one, we're right there. We're not bending the spokes to restring this the wrong way. We're just switching them over nice and easy. No one's bending them. No one's heating them. Okay, we'll just leave that kind of loose. That's good. Now we're going to the next one, which is here. Boom, boom. Okay, people, chime in if the internet connection is good. I need to know. Oh, yeah. Hey, Larry, how you doing? Yeah, I just started this at 12:15. That was about 20 minutes ago, and I didn't give anybody any warning. I'm sorry. I just was decided I want to make sure that this garage fiber optic setup that we redid with much ado, they had to dig up our driveway and stuff. And he was all like, oh, this is going to be great. And I was like, the garage has never been great for live feeds. But it looks like it's chiming in now. Chime in, folks, if the connection's good. You know, this is kind of an experiment. Wow, this one was really tight. Okay, so we got that one good. We know it's going to that hole, which is on that side of the rim. And here we go. About 75 degrees out here today. It's a little muggy. I'll take it. At least I'm not running that stupid pellet stove. Okay, I lost track for a minute, but I see this hole and I'm counting one skip right there. This should be it, and it is. So what are we, 5 spokes in now out of 36? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, only 31 to go. Isn't this fun? Okay. Let me take a glug of coffee and we'll see what you guys are talking about. Yes, if you're just tuning in, this is the rim for this bike here. Because everybody voted for that. Most people voted. Actually, it was really close. The speeds behind that bike, there was like 5 or 6 votes on this, and this one always gets one more vote. So hey, I gotta go where the money is. All right, let's keep going with Jabber John. All right. Okay, coffee's good. All right, let's keep going. I taped this off so you can only get the 15 because these are so annoying. You put it on there and it's the wrong size. So I did tape it off. So only the 15 size, only that one works, which is good. Okay, where are we? We're only 5 in. That's where we're at. We are right here on this one. Let's get you guys as close as possible. Hey. Okay. This lighting is much to be desired. Oh, that's a little better. Okay. Let's pop this one off. We know it's going right here because that skips that hole. And here we go. We're going to tighten it a little bit and listen for the good sounds. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. We're good. We're good. I'm going to bring it back. I'm kind of tired of putting oil on these, but it's good to put oil on them. You can hear how squeaky they are. And we're going to have to really put the true on this. This rim is going to be so far out of true. It's not just going to be a touch-up true. It's going to be up and down hop, back and forth, more up and down hop. And if you have oil on these spoke ends, it's going to be a good thing for later. Yeah, hope everyone's doing well. There's a lot going on in the world right now. And I know I'm supposed to be doing other things in the world, but this is what makes me happy. Out for a ride. That's what makes him happy. Riding his motorcycle. Hey, I I used to be there. I used to ride a motorcycle. Used to. Okay. Okay, next. We know we're going to this one. It's going to that side. It's one up. It's right there. This is why you don't tape over the spoke holes either. When you tape them together, just tape them in between because that's going to mess you up. Although it's not a big deal. You can weasel it past, but you know. Okay, so we're going to pretend to tighten it. Yeah, it's a good one. Oh, yeah, it's a good one. Oh, yeah. This one definitely needs some oil. Oh, I just heard a spoke pop over here too. So you're messing with the whole global thing, you know. You're messing with it. You're messing with the earth. Okay. I don't know how long I can make it out here. It's getting hot. But I did really want to see if this was going to be a viable thing to do live feeds out here. It looks like it is. I haven't had any complaints about the internet connection yet. Back in the day, it was horrendous. Okay, so one there. And if you lose count of where you're at, just take a good look at the rim. And the holes are drilled a little bit this way for this side of the rim. They're cantered. And on this one, it's drilled a little bit off center that way. I don't think there's a lot of rims that don't do that. I've seen some really early ones, like in the 1900s, that were just a straight drill. But for the most part, rims nowadays, modern rims, maybe there's some mountain bikes with some crazy stuff too. That's not really my world. This is our world. Okay, we're going to pretend to tighten this one. We know it's going over there. Now, see, the rim is starting to suck down a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see that. If you look right here, the rim is a little lower than this rim. So we gotta like make sure they're loose. You need the rim to be loose, really loose. Don't tighten any spokes too much. Like I may have even hand tightened these first ones too much. We might have to go in there and loosen them up. Because when we get up here, we can't be having this rim down. It's got to be, or you won't make it. You won't make the crossover. You'll break a spoke, or you won't be able to get the nipple of the spoke to the threaded part. So it's got to be, you got to be able to move that. Okay, so where were we before I started jibber John? Okay, we're right here. That one's in. Another thing that happens is you're going along and you're just going so fast, you're actually putting them, you lose track, especially when you get to the other side. When we get to this other side, when we're doing these spokes that go this way, you'll be, somehow you got messed up and you're starting to put the old spokes back on the old rim. So keep an eye on that too. Don't ask me how I know. All right, so where are we here? We are one, skip one here. Okay, we're pretending to tighten this one. That's a good sound. Oh man, that breeze is feeling good. Woo. Now you could just loosen all the spokes, pre-loosen them, and then you could just do it by hand. That's another way. But then you guys wouldn't hear those beautiful sounds of success. I always blow in there. Just habit. Good for your lungs. Okay. So we know we're here. And see how that's poking out a little bit right there. I don't know if you can see that, but it's poking out. And that means that the rim is too low. So we're definitely just going to thread this one in a little bit. Maybe even really loose so we can make sure that pops out for the next ones. Yeah, it's getting a little low. All right, so we're going to skip one, go here. There it is right there. And what do we got? How many we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, only 27 to go. Yeah, it's a stubborn one. It's definitely going to get some oil on that one. Okay, getting tired of working on this rim now. I have to sit down soon. All right, a little oil on there. Just think, another hour and we'll have a rim together. That's, I mean, for people that don't have the patience and the time, which this is kind of questionable. You just go and find another rim that's an S-5. But things are kind of hard to find nowadays for Schwinn. And the people on eBay, let's just say they're not being very realistic. And then there's the whole shipping thing. Like, you usually don't find anybody around you that has stuff. Sometimes you do. What I've been doing lately is punching in Schwinn parts lot, and then you find somebody on eBay that just doesn't care. They just want $50 for a bunch of stuff. And try the Schwinn parts lot sale. Schwinn parts lot sale. Punch that in, and sometimes you just get people that want the stuff gone. They care, but they don't just want a flat fee like it used to be before people thought that a rusty 72 girl Schwinn varsity with the frozen chain and crankset was worth lots of money because it has a Schwinn emblem on it. The only thing worth the money is the emblem itself. Oh, I can't put girls' bikes down. I've got a few that I just can't reason to part out. They're just too nice to part out. Like this Hollywood over here I want to sell. Okay. So yeah, the rim's sucking down a little bit too far. So we're going to leave these super loose. Let's see if you can see here. You see how that's sticking way up? Yeah, just leave it loose because the rim is sucked way down right now. And you're going to need that later when you start to get to the other side and really get into the nitty gritty, the dark and murky of switching this rim over. Wow, we only have a few more and we'll be halfway there. Oh man, do I have to oil each one of these? Start to question life's choices. So yeah, the Schwinn Hollywood is for sale. I have a really nice Schwinn Racer for sale. I mean, Schwinn Traveler. It is a 63. It's not the one we're working on right now. And I would sell that one. It's in decent condition. Has white walls. That one is for sale. There's a purple Breeze 68 or 67 in very good condition with original tires. That bike is a coaster brake. That's for sale as well. Even has the purple seat and purple grips. So those three bikes are for sale right now. And now that we got the live feed action out here, we're going to be doing some live feeds. I think it's going to be live feed unless somebody requests a specific video. I think it might be live feeds for a little while here, especially since no one's complained about the internet yet. Okay, we're almost halfway there. It's always when you're doing the switchover method, it's always very, very fulfilling when you, even if the rim's not true, when you get to the point where you're untaping the old rim, that's the money shot. That's when you're like, oh yeah, it's gonna work. But right now we're just struggling. We're like, oh man, sucks. But when we get to the point where we're undoing this rim, and right now everything's so loose, I can almost just grab these by hand. Yeah, look at that. Oh yeah, we're at the point where it's going to go fast. I might cheat on a few spokes and not oil them. Oh, you know I'm not going to cheat. I'm like a leprechaun with shoes. You know I'm not going to cheat. I don't know how to do a quick, crappy job. Well, I don't know. This bike shops don't recommend this. They would just rather buy you a new wheel, or you would buy a new wheel. But where are you going to find a brand new S-5 wheel? I mean, you might find a new old stock S-5 wheel, but it's going to be probably have to take a loan out on your house to buy it. Okay. Yeah, there was a gentleman that has 2 or 3 speedsters, and I tried to find him a non-hump S5, the flat ones, the non-dish kind. And if I would have had one that wasn't on a bike, I totally would have sent it to him. But this is basically well, it's not what he should have done, because he found the right pair of pliers to crunch in there and do it. And his rim wasn't as damaged. Didn't have this. Oh, we're getting to the freeze damage right here. His rim wasn't as damaged. It was just a really bad pothole ding. So it wasn't as damaged as this freeze damage rim was. Look at the video after you're done with this. It's 2 videos back, and I'm kind of bummed. I'm like, wow, we got this hub all done. And then I spin it, and there's this big, it was right here. This whole part was just ballooned out like somebody gave the rim a fat lip. It's great. Yeah, I was a little bit bummed on that one, but it's on me. I'm the one who didn't notice it when I was repairing the hub. I should have inspected things very carefully. The whole bike was unknown, and the whole bike has been fighting me. Oopsie, I lost my spot, but you know what? That's there. We skip one, we're here. And I dropped it again. Hey, I'm not perfect, folks. I do make mistakes. I make the mistakes so you don't have to. And the tape's in the way. Great. That's why you don't put the tape in the way. That's why you don't use packing tape. Okay, come on now. Why does this take us so long? There. Okay, now the rim's coming around. See, now it's even higher than that other rim. We're really making a huge difference here. We've got more than halfway on this side, on this particular side. And see, these are just spinning out by hand. Everything's so loose. These are spinning out by hand now, which is nice. And the whole rim is starting to really, look how loose that is. It's just like flopping around in the hub. Okay. I should cheat and not use the oil, but I'm not going to. Okay, we skipped one. We're here. And this is the next one. So let's just see if it's loose. It is. Look at that ambidextrous action. Okay. Oh, wow. We only have one more spoke after this on this one side. So that means we're at the 18 mark. Man, we might even finish this off. Okay, a little ambidextrous action. Two spokes at once. All right, that one's in. This one's coming out. Oh my God. It's a miracle on 34th Street. And yes, I'm oiling every spoke. It's just because I know this is going to take quite a bit of truing to there's going to be quite a bit of adjustment once we get this old rim off of here. It's not going to be concentric at all. There's no way. No way it can be. Okay, we have one side. We have one side done from the crossover. All right. Chalkboard action for you. So we're just going to keep going. We've got this one side. This whole side here is over on the new rim. Now, here's where you can start messing up. Make sure you're not taking the new spokes you just put in and putting them on the old rim. In fact, sometimes I even put a mark, bad. So, well, I can't find a Sharpie. Sometimes I'll just, put some X's on the old rim. Just like, no, don't do it. It's not here. That's the good leg. Don't amputate the good leg. Okay, so the spokes are going that way. Okay, just bear with me on that. All right, let's keep going. And I don't know why, but I always go back to where the valve stem hole was. And we're going to go this spoke now. Now, see, this one, it's loose, but it's still on there. This one might break. No, it's good. All right. How many people? Oh, 4 people. Oh, that's okay. I didn't tell anybody about this. I didn't tell anybody I was doing it. I just came out here and did it. I'm sure I'll get a whole bunch of comments. Why didn't you tell us you were doing it? And, just spur of the moment. Sometimes I do stuff like that. Okay, so where were we here? We were going here. Okay. And see, now you're going to need this. See how it's just barely catching that thread? We're really going to have to push it to get that thread, because you're asking the hub and spoke to do a lot at this point. You're going from this side of the rim. You're going from this hub all the way over on this back side across another spoke. And that's another issue. Like this next one's going to cross and hit this one. So you're asking this spoke to go all the way from this edge to this inner edge of this rim. That's why you have to go outer first, and then you can actually pull this off. So right now we are grabbing another spoke from this side, and we're going to oil it. See if you guys can see. This is look better this way, probably. Okay, a little oil. Don't worry if you lost your spot, because you can find it just by looking. Yeah, I think we're here, aren't we? Did I mess up already? Did I get the wrong hole? There's one in between. Oh, no, I got the right one. Okay. Yeah, make sure you count the holes in the rim before you start switching it over. If you try to switch a 28 over to a 36 rim, things get exciting when you realize, oh, everything's lining up, and you get down to the last 10 spokes and oh, I forgot to count it looked like it was going to fit. It's a 32 English rim. I've done it. No, I did it once. All right. Got that ready to go in there. This time we won't lose our spot. The second part of the switchover is always hard, because you got to push things around, and you got to make spokes do what they don't want to do. They're not really long enough to do this, but you're kind of forcing them, and everything's really loose. So you've got that going for you too. Okay, I think we got about maybe 15 to go out of the 36. Doing pretty good. We're more than halfway. Yeah, been doing this for 45 minutes. So yeah, could you find a rim on eBay that's not $1 million? You could probably find a parts bike. Find some girl's parts bike and just take the front wheel off. I've never done that. All right. Yes, we're oiling each one. I have issues because I know later we are going to be truing this for quite a while, especially getting the up and down hop out of it. And people have commented before, I've been truing bike wheels for 30 years. I've never come across a wheel that was damaged that I couldn't fix. Well, how about freeze damage? You fixed some freeze damage in your day? I mean, that's a bit beyond anybody's real scope of repair. If water got in and things and welds broke, then that's pretty much the end of the story of the rim or the bike frame if that happens. I ran across that quite a bit here in this state, not so much in California. In fact, I don't think I ever crossed over a bike. I came across a bike in Cali that had freeze damage. Here, it's a different story. Especially in the fork area, water goes in at winter and then it freezes because someone left the bike outside. No, I got this tape too close. And then it freezes and it cracks the seam of the fork. It cracks the tube, the steer tube, and you don't see it because it's inside the frame. And oh yeah, I got this way. In fact, I taped over the hole. Dude, dumb bunny. So if you get a used bike, it's always kind of good to kind of tear it down, look things over. Take the fork out, look at the fork. Take the seat tube out, look down there with a flashlight. You can usually see the tube on that one. But take the fork out and check it out. Okay, I've taped over this hole. Okay. Only 12 more to go, I think. Okay, next. Here we are. Nice and loose. And this is down a little, but that's okay. We're going to need that to get these in. Isn't this exciting? Aren't you guys excited? You're going to be excited when I untape this old rim. That's going to be exciting. Okay, maybe we'll get some ambidextrous going here. Let's see if we can do it. Yeah, okay. Oh, 5 people now. All right, chime in. Okay, maybe 12 spokes to go. Doing good. Okay. Yeah, next feed I'll give you guys a heads up. I just I had a minute and I was really itching to see if the internet connection was going to be better. And apparently it is. Better be. They dug up our whole world here. Dude. I had to keep an eye on them. Our water line was like 6 inches away where they were trenching. What are you all worried about, son? I'm like, there's a water line under there. It leads to our house. Oh, okay. Oh, we got the locator here. We know what we're doing. Yeah, okay. I've heard that. How many water lines have you ever hit in your career? Oh, we've hit them all the time. I'm like, okay. Well, today is not going to be that day. What are you all worried about, Sonny? Worried about this giant machine breaking our water line. That's what I'm worried about. Anyway, that's done. It worked. And apparently it was worth it. Okay, we're right here, obviously. All right. How many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 spokes to go. All right. And then the big moment of untaping the rim. Oh, we got a frozen one. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. False alarm. Okay. Oh, 4 people. Somebody thought it was boring. Oh, Jeffrey's back. Let me have some coffee and I'll read this. I went down the rabbit hole of building the wheel up from the hub. It took me a few tries and a bunch of YouTube videos, but I did finally figure it out. It was worth it in the end. Yeah, I mean, there are YouTube videos that will show you how to do it the correct way. This is just for somebody that's got a really good rim that's spare that can pop it over. But you should probably, yeah, you know what? I should have taken this all apart, shined up all the spokes, looked at the hub very carefully, cleaned all the holes, Yeah, sure. But no, stringing rims together. I've probably done, maybe 30. I don't usually, it's just such a long process unless you're building something custom. Sometimes it's worth it. If you're building something custom, I think the last one I did, I strung a 26 by 1 3/8 non-Schwinn. Oh, I didn't put oil on that. Bad doobie. I strung a 26 by 1 3/8 non-Schwinn rim onto a new departure hub. And it turned out very well, but I had to measure everything and buy the right spokes because new departure hubs always came on hook bead, larger wheels, so those spokes weren't going to work. And plus, they were rusted beyond belief. So I did the calculations. There's a place you can go on YouTube and do that. They show you how to calculate what size you need. There's a quotient, like you measure the hub and you measure the inside diameter, and there's some measurements, and you figure it out. And so that was the last one I did, and it turned out really good. It's either up in the rack or it's on a bike. I can't remember. It might be up in the rack. Anyway, that was the last one I actually strung up. Usually I'm just switching stuff over. In fact, I've switched over rims that are different sizes and calculated and just took the spoke out and chucked it, put the new spoke in with a little bending. And I've done it that way too. There's ways around actually stringing a wheel is what I'm saying. But the correct way is to take it all apart and put the spokes in every other hole and then flip it over and string it correctly. And this is incorrect. It's okay. I'll show you each way. Yeah, the bike farmer will probably chime in. You're doing it all wrong. And a shout out to Who's Your Cycle. Man, he works on a lot of stuff. The quantity of stuff he actually works on, he's on it, man. I still haven't finished the Huffy that I started when he was doing his Huffy Good Vibrations. But a shout out to Hoosier Cycle. That's HOOSIER Cycles. And he's a fun guy to watch, man. He's on it. He does some welding and rat rod stuff too. I mean, I do some. He's kind of, it's funny. Like he'll be working on the bike and I'll see him working on it like, oh, I have a Schwinn Latour somewhere I could dig out and work on. It's kind of, we play off of that. This tape is in the way. Oh, dang it. Don't tape over the spoke holes, folks. Okay, we got like 3 to go, and there's tape in the way, and it's frustrating. Come on now. Follow through, folks. Standards. Okay. And there's tape in the way. Okay. There's tape in the way. I should have went in and got that blue tape, but the live feed was already happening. So I didn't want to run into the house and get the blue tape I wanted. So I just used packing tape. Oh, well, man, 2 more to go after this one. What are we, an hour in? Yeah, we're an hour in, and we're not even done, not even close. So would you find a used rim and just do it that way? Maybe. But like I say, Schwinn stuff's getting hard to find in good shape and decent price. There's a lot of people out there that just see the word Schwinn on something and it's like, this is worth $100. It's Schwinn. Like, well, it could be if it was the right part, like, you know, a new old stock Schwinn Springer or something, or a Ramshorn chain guard in new old stock condition. It could be worth the big money. Okay, I have oiled every spoke on here because I know that when we take this off, it's going to be a mess. And we're going to have lots of truing to go. 1 spoke to go, folks. And then it's the big moment. We're going to cut the tape off and take it off of here and then put it back on because the rim will be in the way. Okay, 1 to go, and the tape's in the way. Last one. Whiskey spoke. Actually, coffee spoke. Okay, well, what was I looking for? It's the only spoke hole on that rim that was empty. What was I? Oh, where does it go? Okay. Oh yeah, that's really gonna be good. Oh, we won't even true that. We'll just tighten them up. Yeah. Okay. Hear that tape crunching? Yeah, it's not going to be a problem anymore. You don't need any more stinking tape. All right, tape's coming off. This is the moment when you're like, oh, yeah, awesome. Yeah, Faulkner fixes all. He did it. He's getting rid of this crappy rim. Yep. Okay. Now, as you can see, that's going to need a lot of work. All right, let's get this bad rim out of here. Now, you could have done this just on the bench or on your lap or something. It would have been fine. I think it would have taken you longer. And your back would probably be hurting. All right, let's get this off of here. Blue tape would have been better. Now we got the sticky residue on our beautiful clean rim. And like I said earlier, not acceptable. Okay, 4 people watching. Hey, I'm still going to keep going as long as there's a few people watching. We got to true it now. It's got a terrible up and down hop and a terrible side hop. Just going to do a little bit of both and kind of dial it in until I can get the up and down hop right. But yeah, now we can take a really good look at this. Where was that freeze damage? Yeah, I can feel it. It was right there. That was a big bulge, and I crunched it with vice grips. And when I did that, I created this business here, which would rub on the brake pad, which didn't bug me too much. But I'm actually more concerned about the tire staying on because of this damage here. So we'll just put this, we'll put it in the scrap pile. Yeah. Maybe I can make some art project or something. All right. So let's just kind of dial this in and kind of tighten them all. And if there's a major up and down hop, which there is, we can kind of address that now when everything's all loose. But take a good look at this now. Okay, this is what we're starting with. There's a fair amount of time left on this, and I don't think I'm going to be able to ride that Schwinn Traveler tomorrow on the bike ride. But wish me luck. All right, first let's make sure this is tight in here. All right. And yeah, I'm not even going to put that up there yet. We're just gonna start at the rim hole and kind of. Actually, we're just gonna bring these in by hand for a second, just to get a ballpark. Bring a couple in by hand. Spin at 180. Bring these in by hand. Spin at 90. Make sure these are in. Spin at 180. You know, just kind of jump around and try not to tighten all one area at once. And then now I'm just kind of sighting down. I'm kind of sighting down the top of it to see if there's big spoke heads sticking out. Like we know that one's sticking out a little. This is just a cursor area, like getting them all close, finger tight kind of thing. So I'll skip around to here, make sure those are good. There's a big one. See, this area hasn't even finger tighted yet. Is that a word? Finger tightened. Okay, that's probably too much in one area. So let's skip around a little. Okay, they're all kind of there. All right. I'm really glad I oiled every spoke. That's going to make our life way easier when we start doing this thing. Okay, so they're all finger tight. And that was oily. Wonder why. And you know, it's not better at all. We just all we did was finger tighten them. Okay, so now I'm going to pretend there's no up and down hop, and we're gonna get this going, and we're gonna actually put this thing on here, kind of. If it even, that's pretty bad. That is going to be pretty bad. Yeah, I don't think I'm even gonna. Yeah, we could put it in there. Yeah, well, we knew that was happening. You know what? My hands are so oily, I'm going to put some hand cleaner on them real quick. Yeah, how many people watching now? Oh, 6 people watching. Okay. Hey, Larry, you still there? Go to sleep on me? All right. Let's go in here. I'll try to do this so you guys can see. It's kind of hard to. Yeah, I mean, it's so far out right now. This is just a cursory, quick kind of like, okay, we know those need to go over here. So we'll do like 3 or 4 here on this side. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. That goes for spokes too. Okay, we don't want to do too much because this is a very loose rim. Okay. Let's tighten a few of these on this other side. And they're very loose. Everything's very loose. And just go easy. Just a couple spokes here and there. You're basically, this is like a brand new rim. You're just kind of like dealing with it. A few over here can be tightened. We're just kind of guessing. We're just tightening a few that look like they're really loose, and they are. Okay, so the whole rim just shifted. I heard it. I heard it go conk. The whole rim just did something. Let's get this little scraper over this way. So we're going to tighten these that are on this side of the hub. We're going to get it away from that scrapey action there. Yeah, I mean, you know, just that little bit. I mean, it's terrible up and down hop. We're going to get to that in a minute. It's absolutely terrible up and down hop. But we've got it to where we can kind of, okay, it needs to go this way or that way at this point. But we're gonna a little bit better, and then we'll try to do some hop. Oh, wrong way. Wrong spoke. Okay, I heard stuff shift big time. That's good. You can hear the rim shifting a little. Whether you're doing the right thing or not, you don't know until you spin it. But you can hear the rim like, eh, eh. Oh, Larry, still here. We'll watch from beginning later. Okay, going to try this day. Try this someday soon. Yeah, it's not that bad if the rim is the correct rim, if it matches, you know, and you start correctly. Yeah, watch the beginning when I taped them together. And you probably saw the video with the damage that was on that other rim, which is in the scrap pile now. And there's a reason I'm doing this. Right now, I'm just kind of sighting in between the two adjusters here. I'm not really getting, because there's such incredible up and down hop right now. Oh, I know this spoke is really loose, I can tell. I'm just kind of getting it close because I'm going to have to really wail on this thing to get the up and down hop out of there. So right now I'm just kind of, and it's good because that was good. That made that whole rim. I don't know if you guys heard that, but I heard a little tink and the whole rim went over. So we're getting there. Okay, this spot definitely needs to go that way. And that's really loose. See, this rim has to go that way. And look at these two spokes. They're just wobblers, you know? So that tells you that, yes, you're doing the right thing. Well, you think you're doing the right thing. Aren't you glad we oiled all these spokes? Aren't you guys glad? I'm glad. Now see, it's over this way, and look at the spoke. It's just a wobbler. So that's, you know, you're doing it well. You're kind of getting there. I don't know about doing the right thing. Okay, so if you weren't worried about up and down, severe up and down hop, this is actually, you could just tighten all the spokes really good, but the up and down hop is terrible. Yeah, that's, you would feel that so bad. You'd be going down a hill and your fillings would come out. Yeah, yeah, that's a good 3/4 of an inch. That's gonna be the time. This way, since all the spokes are oiled and this is a pretty good rim, this way is not gonna be too bad. We got to get this up and down hop. We got to figure that out, and we got to start right now. We can't mess around with sideways action anymore, because that's going to change that's going to go all back to crazy as soon as we start loosening whole quadrants and sucking rims up, and that's going to change. Okay, so where's that towel? Okay, let's address the up and down hop, the elephant in the room. We're going to back these. We're going to back these out, and we're going to put this thing. By the way, this touring stand is not that good. It's not a very good stand, but it'll give me a basic idea. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see that. Right here. I'll try to get you in there. And then you go up about half a rim away, and you got this big space, like from here to about half the rim. This whole quadrant, this whole lower quadrant here, is too far away, way too far away. So we could loosen all those up, or we could tighten the ones that are close. And since this rim is so loose, I think what we're going to do is we're going to make a mark where it's close. We're like right here. And then we're going to spin it to where it starts to back away again, right there. And we're going to tighten all this whole section. And we're going to see if that makes a difference. And that should change things. Where are we at here? There's that one. Oops. Okay, there's that one. And I should have put an arrow. Darn. Oh, there it is. Okay, let's put an arrow so I know what's going on here. Okay. Okay, this is not the preferred way, but this is the way I'm going to do it. Okay, so yeah. Dang it. Get away. Okay, that's better for me anyway. All right, so we're going to tighten those, and then we're going to check it again. So let's go. We know it's from here to there. So we should probably tighten it on the edges and kind of go to one side. So let's just see what we got here. This is not rocket science. It will not be perfect. I'm going to tighten that one up. Tighten this one up. Not too tight. We'll have to do this several times. I'm getting close. Oh, it's way up here. So I got like 10 spokes to go. Oh, good sounds. the heck was that? Oh, stupid squirrels. Whoa. Man. Okay, it's springtime. I get it. Squirrels and bugs. Okay, I get it. The squirrels love our garage. There's some trees around here, and they have a little squirrel party up there in the spring. Okay, so we have tightened from this arrow to that arrow. Not a lot, just on that whole quadrant. So now let's put the little bar back where it was and find the arrows and see if we made a difference. And we did. The rim is that way a little bit from where the arrows were. Okay, let's just make sure. There's an arrow. And it's, an 1/8 inch difference. It's up there. And it goes. And it's still up. But it goes way up here. So you know what? We got to loosen from here. But it's getting complicated. We got to get a different color Sharpie or mark the rim in some other way. Like a piece of foil maybe on the spoke. Okay, and that's really tight right there. Maybe we'll do that. This area right here is super tight. That needs to go in. That's a big bump there. That's a big wumpty wump right there. It's nice, and then it's not. So right here, these three. That's okay. That made that area better, but man, there's a big hump there. We need to loosen everything. And that's not anywhere near we made those other marks. So that's a good sign. We know we have to loosen from here to there to make the rim go out, and it's not near those other marks. All right, so let's just make sure we'll put a piece of foil on the spoke, so because if I make another black mark, I'll be confused. All right, so boom, it starts going up right there. Starts going up right there. And it goes way up till there. All right, so we know that between the foil stays on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 spokes have to be loosened to make this part of the rim go out. This is not an exact science. And I heard a sound. That's good. Hearing sounds is good. This one's already kind of loose. We'll give it a little. Oh, this one was really tight. This is probably the one that was doing it. Yeah, that one was really tight. That was sucking it all in there. These two were naughty. That one was pretty tight too. Oh, shoot. I think the foil fell off. That's okay. We knew it was 12 spokes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm hearing stuff at the back side of the rim. That's good. 9. Okay, I think that's about it. Okay, so we still have this piece of foil here. It's on that one. We still have that. We know it's 12 spokes to go that make the rim go out. So let's just see what we did here. Still Okay, you know what? We're going to let that slide. We know those are loose. And now I think we're going to tighten this other side that's tight, which is right here. It's on the back side of that foil. Okay, so this section from this section has to be tight. You know, this is why up and down hop is kind of a pain in the ass. Oh, did I say that? It's kind of a pain. It can be challenging. I hear things popping. That's good. Okay. Oh, it's getting better. Still this little area right here, past this foil. Okay. Let's tighten these babies up until it moves. Now we're not worried about side to side right now. We're worried about up and down hop. And we might get side to side better and then revisit the up and down hop too. Right now, this is just kind of a rough end. It's a rough guide. Okay. Okay, we're making a difference here. It's not great, but we are making a difference. There is, we made it worse back and forth. We're going to get to that later. But right now, the up and down hop is almost doable. All right, so we're still back at this. Oh, my feet are getting tired. I think there's going to be a thunderstorm. I can hear it. Okay, I can see this is really close right here. And right there. And then it pops away and then it comes back right on the same spot. Okay, so from here, this is tight. We got to tighten this area up. So we're going to tighten about 5 or 6 down that way. And I can see it lifting away from this bar. When I'm tightening it, I can hear it lifting away. Oops. And that's better. Okay, that's not bad. It's still not great, but we're working on it. We're getting it each wave, you're getting it a little better. It's not going to be perfect, but you can get this better. So right here, we should loosen this quadrant up from here to there. We should loosen. Yeah, this whole area needs to be loosened, and then we'll tighten that other side and see what happens. You have to allow the rim to go somewhere. You can't just start wildly tightening on spokes. The rim has to have room to move and go somewhere. Right now, we want this hump to be going towards that way. Okay. Okay, we did change it. We did change it. I'm not worried about side to side at this point. Okay. Okay. It's scraping in that spot. So I'm pretty confident at this point it's close enough for me to use the scraper technique and kind of make that scrape go away. I'm sure someone's going to chime in and say I'm doing it all wrong. And that's okay. I'm always willing to learn. Aren't you glad we oiled the spokes? Okay, so we made these super tight. 180 from this rim would be here. So let's loosen those up a little. Let's loosen this quadrant up just a bit. The rim's got to go somewhere, right? The tension has to go somewhere. Okay, so we did make that closer right there. I can see it. And now we can tighten. Now we can tighten where this is scraping, and hopefully the rim will shoot up towards those ones we loosened. It's going to take a while, and we'll see. Have patience, my son. Okay, so hopefully with these looser, which they are a little bit, we can suck this up. Okay, let's go 180. Let's go right a little bit here, I think. Right here needs to be loosened up. That's better. It's getting there. You just can't force it. You gotta make room somewhere else each time you make an adjustment. you're making room somewhere else, you know? It's not bad. It's actually getting better. Let's tighten up this scrape. Oh, look at that. Good. Okay, we have to go loosen a little bit on the other side, I think. It's getting there. It is getting there, slowly but surely. All right, we're going to go 180 from this scrape. Okay, so we know that right here could be loosened, this quadrant. Just a little bit. We're getting to the point where we don't want to do big things. You know, just a little. Just a little, not like 3 or 4 turns, just a little half turn. Except that one's super tight. That was probably the one right there. It's getting better. It's getting better. It's actually getting better. I can tell. Okay. I need some water. Okay, how long have we been doing this? Yeah, we're almost 2 hours in. We're in an hour and 45 minutes. We have switched it over, and we're trying to get the up and down hop out of this rim. Attempting to get the up and down hop out. It's close. I think with a few more minor adjustments here. Okay, these two can be loosened, and then we'll tighten the bejeebies out of the other ones. And they're already kind of loose. Well, that one's not. Yeah, these two aren't. So, oh, it's close. It's close. It's really